Hi guys, it's Liliana the Magnificent and welcome back to my secondary city, Beauxbatons. In this video, I am going to delve into how to approach the special events on Forge of Empires. So I'm going to have a second video just about the spring event, but I realized after my St. Patrick's Day event that I never actually shared any of the tips and tricks on how to get through the quest line efficiently and as fast as possible. So I'm going to delve into all of the tips and tricks that I possibly could think of for any kind of special event. So this would go across the spectrum as we go. So first things first, a lot of times within these special events, Forge of Empires will have certain currencies, like this time it's the lanterns, but the currencies, you have a chance of finding them in different incidences across your city. So with this special event, there is this cherry blossom tree, and if we press it, you have a chance of getting some of that currency. So that's something to keep your eye out for. If it is a special event that does have a special incident, you will get that currency for it. Okay, next thing, we are going to pop actually into the quest line for the spring event. So if that's something that you don't want spoiled, then you don't have to kind of follow along with me, but this is how I am going to nail out all of the different kind of tips and tricks. So another thing within your guild that is very helpful, and I'll show this in my other city if we ever get over there, you can create a thread that you copy paste these different quests into so that within the game they are easy to access at any time. And I actually believe that the guild that I'm in here has one too. Let's peek really quick. Yeah, they do as well. So, and look, they've also been, oh, fantastic. They've posted all of the quests as well. So this is something that's just really helpful as you're going, is to have these available because you can kind of prep your city for it. Some people don't like to do that. I found, though, that if you're prepping your city and you're able to see what's coming next, you can really fly through these events a bit more. If you're doing it, though, to enjoy it, then you don't have to do that. So first thing, if you ever see a quest that has to do with gathering coins or gathering supplies, you have a couple of different options. You can be strategic about how you are collecting your city, so you kind of stagger it out. You can, and I don't have a lot in my inventory here, but we can still peek and see. You could, I don't think this is a diamond one, but it could, I'm not sure. I have more in my other city, but if there's ever things in your inventory that you can place into your city and then sell, you have a chance of getting back coins and supplies if you do sell them. Kind of hold off on doing some of the residential buildings, though, in this way, because the residential buildings, there's other quests that you can use them for from your inventory. So these are really helpful for like cultural buildings, production buildings that you get in your inventory along with decorations. I will often sell those off if I want coins in a hurry. You can also do those nice recurring quests right here, Rally, Fnord, and Unbirthday, and you have a chance of getting coins and supplies through that as well. Next. Anytime you see a cultural building, be really conscientious of what is in your inventory before you go into the build mode. So right now I don't have any cultural buildings in my inventory. You did see I had a goat farm. That's a production building. So I would go into the build mode then, but a lot of times you have, especially if you're doing guild expedition, you're going to have a lot of random things in your city or in your inventory that you can place in your city for anything of a quest of that nature. So this is really helpful, and why the quest line is really nice to have within a thread is you can kind of look to the future and see what is going to need to be in your production building. So right here we have a 5-minute, but then I know if we pop down here, there's a 15-minute, and then there's a 4-hour right after. So you can kind of prep your city for those and have them ready to go. Now, in this era, I have a lot of these kind of butchers around, but in my other city, as you grow, those production buildings get really big, but also some of them are only for 2-lane roads, and in that city I don't do 2-lane roads. So I have a ton of blacksmiths in my city around event time. And let's actually, I can show you what they look, there they are right there. So they're small, they're only 2x2, so you can put a bunch of these out, and I highly suggest that you do, just for any quests that you may need a bunch of productions, especially when they're like, you need 17 one-hour productions. Whew. Then you can have a bunch of those out, and it just makes it go a lot quicker. Okay, let's see, we're peeking again. Paying... Buying forge points. This is something that I know I've touched on before, but really try not to buy forge points unless it's for a special event, because once you do, it does go up by 50 every single time you purchase. So right now it's 750. If I were to buy one, it goes up to 800. So be really conscientious of that. In my other city, I think I'm sitting at around like 29,000, which is not too bad, but that's because I only buy forge points during special events. And this one, so far, there have been quite a few buy forge point ones. So yeah. Oh, incidences. They've added these within, I think, the past 3 special events, and they are, whew, they're a task. So I don't have an antiques dealer in this city, but if I remember, I'll show you in my other city. What I do is I keep some things traded and prepped in my antique dealer, but I don't collect them until a quest comes up. So if we go into my other city, I'll show you there's an exclamation mark in the antiques dealer, because I have trades that are available to be collected, but I'm just holding off, and they're not that I need them right away, so I'm just waiting for a quest when I do need them. So they will sit there. But these incidences that are around your city, they glow, and you can pick them up. Now, something that's really helpful on PC that is not available on mobile is this FoE helper. So if we press this hidden rewards here, oh wow, I actually have a ton in my city right now. Holy buckets, there's not this many in my other one. It'll actually show you what type is in your city and where it is and when it'll disappear, and when another one might appear. My other city does not have anything in it right now. Oh my gosh, let's go collect these before I lose out on them. Oh, they showed me where they all are. We just got to figure out where they're hiding. There's one. There's 2. But the FoE helper is fantastic for finding these, and watch, I'm going to need it for, just sitting here and I got all excited about it, but I'm not going to be doing too much in this city for the rest of the evening. Let's peek and see. So there's only 2 more, and they're on the shore. Okay, let's go find my shoreline. Shoreline, shoreline, shoreline. Oh, there's one. I get all excited, and then there's one more. I bet it's up here. Nope. Okay, well, which shoreline are you on, honey? Oh, wait, maybe that was an appear. Was it an appear? Oh my god, girl, it was. Okay, never mind. That one will be coming. Oh wait, no, did it say appear? Yeah, appears. Okay, whew. We're here, we're with it. So be conscientious of that if you are on PC. That's really helpful for helping you find them. Making people enthusiastic. You can build a bunch of decorations so that your people are already enthusiastic. You can also, if you're in a pinch, I don't have any in this city, I don't think. I'm gonna have to go to my other city. Oh no, I do. I have one Gate of the Sun God, but there's also Face of the Ancients, and those come from Guild Expedition. These are fantastic to use. I don't really like using them to make my town enthusiastic, because I use these for happiness quest lines, and I'll show that. But if you, let's say your city is really unhappy, you can level up your Traz or your Dresden. Those are 2 great buildings that really help with enthusiasm. But if you're really in a pinch and you don't mind also, if you know you don't have any boosts that you're going to need in your city, you can go into your Tavern shop, and we go down to this enthusiasm. It is a 4-hour boost, but it does automatically make your people enthusiastic. So I use this quite a bit when my people are not enthusiastic. I only just got enthusiastic people in my bee world. They were just happy till recently. I worked on my Traz. Anyway, that helps that. Oops. Gathering goods, either from goods buildings, tradings, or donating. Some guilds might say, hey, we really want you to donate into our guild treasury. If your guild has a lot of guild members with arcs and observatories and atomiums, you might not need that. So this is something that we often do in, and I've seen it also done in this guild here. So let's create it. But you do something called a loop trade or a circle trade or a washboard trade. It has a lot of names. Take your pick. Create it. So you go into the marketplace. What we're going to do is you're going to create an offer. This is, in general, what I will do in my bee world. I've actually been doing this specific one for probably almost like 2 years. But I will trade basalt and gunpowder, and then gunpowder and basalt. Why, I don't know, but I know there is a rationale for why I choose lower era goods, and that is specifically because when you're doing these trades, you want them done quickly, and if you make it a high era trade, like I'm in modern in the other worlds, a lot of my guildies are not modern, so that'll sit there till somebody that can pick it up will. So what I tend to do is do lower era trades for these loot trades, just so that somebody picks it up a lot faster. So let's just do a quick one and see if maybe somebody will pick this up here. Wouldn't that be fantastic if they did? We'll do this one, and we're just going to make it simple. Let's do 20 and 20. So you create this, make note of which one is on top, and then you're just going to flip-flop them. So then this one is going to be iron, and then this one will be the ebony, and you don't do anything different for these 20/20. And then hopefully your guild has a goods post or a trading post, and then what you do is you're just going to attach the trades here, and then you might say something like loop, and then somebody will pick them up, and essentially what it is you're giving something and returning it. So in my other world, I think it's, was it 240 was my last one, so I think it was 240, makes sense if it would be. So then I did 120 of this direction and then 120 of that direction. So you half the amount of the trade that you need, and then you post it out, and then you get your goods right back. But it's a quick, efficient way to get the loop that you need. So that is an option for any of those kind of getting of good quests. All right, let's see. We're going to keep going. Spending tavern silver. If there's ever something where it's spend or buy, always go off of the spend. Try not to buy forge points if you don't have to, and buying 10 forge points is expensive. So hold off on that. Let's keep going. Be really mindful too of guild expedition. When it comes questline time, try not to fly through it if there's an instance like this and you want to work through guild expedition anyway. Of course, there's always this negotiation, so it's really up to you what you want to do, but it's kind of nice. You're already going to be doing guild expedition, so if you hold off a bit, then you can solve the encounters as you go. Anytime it wants you to do battles, try to go for battles that you know you are going to win. So low level guild expedition battles are fantastic. Low attrition guild battleground battles are good. Your continent map can be kind of challenging, so be conscientious of that, especially with how maximized you are in that era or not. You can also battle low age people within your neighborhood too. So those are all options for the without losing battles. Building residential buildings. That's really helpful. Like I said, always go into your inventory first, see if you have any before you go into build mode, because likely you do. And it's also nice because they often will do previous era too, so you can kind of get rid of things that are within your inventory by doing that. Win battles, cultural buildings, incidences. Oh, use that FoE helper if you can. It's very, very helpful. Oh, anytime it wants you to spend forge points or contribute forge points to a great building, what I will do is I'll take spots off of the 1.9 thread because you're getting it back. Even if you're a low era player, you can take fifth spot. A lot of times those are only 10 forge points, so you're maybe only losing 5. And if you have a low arc, then you maybe only lose 3 or 4 in the exchange. So that's really worth it. Plus you're getting the blueprints. So win-win. What else you can do is, like I said, you can be mindful of how you're collecting your city so that you can, oh, I have a friend request. You can, sorry, squirrel moment. You can collect from your city and then you can spend those forge points, or you can kind of house them and wait for them. But don't let your bar get entirely full because you want your forge points to be continually producing, especially at a low era. You can also prep great buildings. So like this one right now, I'm prepping it for the 1.9 thread. So I will easily, I don't mind spending, 10 forge point packets in this world. I think in my other world, it's like maybe 36, and to me, that's minimal there too. But prepping your great buildings is really helpful when a quest of that nature comes up. Okay, let's see. Building decorations from your age or from a previous age. Once again, this is where, like I said, in your inventory, and I can find the face in a different one, but this gate, the gate of the sun god, or the face of the ancients, you get them from Guild Expedition. These are fantastic for building within your city when you need to do decorations. You can also go after some of the cheap decorations in your era. Normally I go after the previous era because those are even cheaper if you have to build decorations. Now, though I am going to say, if it ever says any decoration, it just says build 7 decorations and it does not specify an era, go into this decoration and go all the way back to this tree. Or you can even do actually, I would say probably this obelisk is even cheaper because it's coins versus the 7 supplies. But you just quick drop those and you sell them real fast. Fantastic. So this one is specifically decorations from an age, but if it just says decorations, go that route, you guys. All right, let's see. Oh, see, here it is right there. Oh my god. Build 7 decorations. Build that obelisk. Super easy, you guys. Activating a boost in your friend's tavern. Normally, if there's ever a quest like that, I try to go for some of the cheaper ones or the faster ones, depending. These kind of 4-hour ones, yes, they're the cheapest. If I know I'm not going to be doing Guild Expedition, I know I'm not going to be doing Guild Battlegrounds, yeah, I'll take one of those. But if I know it's going to be a night that I'm going to either want to do negotiations or I'm going to want to fight, I take the extra. So this one's only 15 minutes. It's a very quick one. If it's during Guild Expedition time, you can use this extra turn. If it's not, if it's on that Monday where there is no Guild Expedition, you actually can't even buy this. So that's kind of a bummer. I've tried that before. But then this one is also really cheap, and it always is around the mark, and it does only last 30 minutes, which is not bad. And I'll go after the attacker boost because you're always probably attacking anyway. Okay, let's see. We're continuing going on. Oh, I forgot to mention this. And that's because it's on my notes and I just remembered it. So whenever a special event comes around, like I said, build a bunch of blacksmiths in your city for those productions. But this city is not as well prepped for that, but I'll probably have to delete these in order to. A lot of times they're going to ask you to build random junk in your city. Build cultural buildings, build a military building, build a bunch of happiness things, build residential buildings. You're going to want to have space in your city to do that. So I'm going to end up probably having to delete those because I'm going to need this 3x3 area to build things. In my other city, because it's bigger, I make a conscientious effort to always have a space available for any time that I have to build something, either for a daily challenge or for a special event. So those are the two kind of main important things about that. I don't even know why that popped in my head, but it did, and it's on my notes anyway. Okay, let's see. Building residences. Oh yeah, like I said, look in your inventory first. Okay, now this one. Anytime there's a recruit military units, there's a couple of things that you can do. If you have a Traz in your city, be conscientious about when you're collecting from that Traz. If you know that quest is coming up, try to have things in your city too that are actually of age, so it fulfills that quest. If you are only producing rogues in your city, the rogues will not count towards that quest because they are considered a no age. So those will not work if that's the only thing that is being produced in your city. Another thing that I will often do is within Guild Expedition, if I know that there's one coming up, I'm really conscientious about not picking up this reward. So I will stop here and then I won't pick up this reward until that quest comes up. So whenever there's a chest before one of these big temples, so it would be like this one, it would be one right here, and it would be one right here, and it would be one, oh, go away, right here, then those would be chests that contain units from your era. So don't, oh yay, flying through the map and just collect those. Kind of hold off and be conscientious if you know one of those is coming up. Okay, let's see. Oh, so like I said, exchanging 3 items in the antiques dealer. Just keep things ready to go in your dealer and don't collect. Kind of that same thing like I just said with the military units. Just kind of hold off. Be strategic about it. If it says you complete the first difficulty of Guild Expedition, if you've already gone past that, it'll just automatically fulfill this quest. So that's really helpful. I'm just peeking. Oh, yes. Aiding your friends and visiting taverns. I try to be kind of strategic in when I'm doing. Actually, there haven't hardly been any aidings this round. I just noticed that right now. Or maybe I missed them. Interesting. I'm surprised by that. Okay, anyway, squirrel moment again. Anytime that a special event comes up, I am kind of strategic about when I aid my friends, hoodies, and also guildmates. And I also am conscientious about when I visit taverns, just because there might be a quest like that. But I actually haven't seen an aiding one yet. Ooh, weird. Okay. I don't know. Okay, let's go in. Did I talk about that? There is, I don't know if I talked about this, you guys. Oh my god, I'm all over the place. If I didn't, you get it again. There is a main quest line for most of these events, and then there's a daily quest line. So the difference between those is this main quest, you can go from 0 to 41 as fast as you can, and you can fly through them. Once you get to the daily quests, you only can do, they release one a day. So let's say, like I'm still working on the main quest right now. They're already up to here for April 1st. I can get up to here and then I'm stuck there and I have to wait. Now let's say I don't finally get to these quests until, honestly, it's probably going to be like the 7th or 8th. Then I'll work my way to the 7th and 8th, and then I pause there. I don't think I did talk about it. I've already done this video 3 times, you guys. I get a little confused when these incidences happen in my life. All right. Oh, girl. Let's peek. Here's a building, goods, or recruiting. Ooh, that one's an interesting one. I haven't kind of paid attention. You guys, I am not seeing any aiding here. Oh, interesting. Interesting. You know what? I also haven't seen gain population, but I know somebody asked about that today. I don't know. Okay, let's look off my notes because I think I've nailed almost everything. So let's say there's a quest that says gain, so much population. A really great way to do this, you guys. Let me just go to my other city now. This one is, yeah, let's just go over there. There's things that I want to talk about over there. Let's just go. Oh, girl. Let's go visit there. There's not enough space. I don't feel like deleting things to be strategic to go over this. You guys. Okay. So like I said, let me kind of cover this real quick. Like, I've got this antique dealer. It's ready. I could collect, and I haven't. I'm just letting those sit and wait till I need them. Like I said, here's my little blacksmiths all around the hood. Here's my little space where I can build things. And let's show you what I mean by this. So if there's ever a quest that says build or gain so much population, don't wait around for residential buildings to build in your city. You guys, there's a so much easier way. Go into either a goods building. You can kind of peek and see. This costs 1,360 population. Your military buildings are also, they're even more in regards to population. So what we're going to do is we're going to find one that I can build really quick. I bet I can build this in this space. No, I can't. That's too big. Let's find the one that we can. We can build this one in this space. No, we can't. Oh, God, girl. We can build this one in this. Okay, there we go. So what is this population? This is 1,104. But what you do, so watch my population up there, you guys. So right now it's sitting at 60,000. We drop it. It goes down to 59. Now we sell it. Watch this. And you gain 1,104 population, just like that. So do that a couple times, you've met that quest. So that's really fantastic. Let's see, I'm just going to go off of my notes here now. For anything else that I can think of that I haven't gotten, build a bunch of have space. Gain happiness, same kind of thing. I know I talked about this, but you can kind of cycle through. If they say, like tonight I had gain 2,000 happiness, what you do is, in this one I have a lot more. So I've got 3 gates, each one is 470. I also, here's what a face looks like, face of the ancient, are 470 as well. What you do is you plant one down in your city, and then you delete it right away. But you do have to wait for it to build. These ones are really quick because they build within like 3 seconds. But plant it, let it build, delete. Plant it, let it build, delete. You'll gain your happiness really fast. And then that one is met. You get those from Guild Expedition, you guys. Let's see. Always opt for spending Tavern silver over buying forge points. Already talked about that. Already talked about that. Already talked about making people enthusiastic. I did talk about loop trades, and I showed you how to make one. Good girl. I talked about the forge, or the 1.9 thread, and prepping great buildings. Gathering coins, supplies, recurring quests, incidences, FoE. Oh, yes, look at that, girl. I got everything. Okay, you guys. I hope that was helpful. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but yes, I will cover the spring event in the next one. All right, guys, thanks for holding out with me. Bye.